Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I just wanted to talk to you guys about applying to colleges. I know a lot of you might be graduating high school and in the process of applying to a bunch of colleges, and I just wanted to share with you guys, I guess, some tips or some advice on how to do some stuff or what you should be doing, especially because I graduated high school like 5 years ago, and now I'm actually applying for graduate school, so it's kind of like I'm getting all those feelings all over again of when I was first applying to colleges, and I know it can be a little bit overwhelming. So yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys about it. So first of all, I just wanted to really encourage those seniors in high school who are looking into applying to colleges, or maybe you're graduating next year, and maybe it's just good for you guys to start thinking about this. And the first thing I suggest is starting early with the applications. Don't wait till the last minute to be the one trying to do your essays and trying to do everything last minute, because it does take up a lot of time and it kind of does stress you out if you leave it all towards the end. So the first thing you need to do is start early. So don't wait to the last minute to actually start looking into what schools you should apply to or what requirements they need to. So once you start looking into schools, just write them down, have the list of at least 10 schools, because 10 is a good number. Make a list of at least 10 schools that you really want to go to. Don't apply to schools that you're not really going to go to, even if they accept you. Apply to schools that you do want to go to, and look at the requirements. That's the second thing you should do. Go to the admissions and look at the requirements, what they require for you to go into that school, your GPA, test scores, your essay, everything you need. And so once you have that, you have an idea of what the schools are requiring from you. If you don't meet those things, you might not be able to apply to certain schools that you want to. So just look into those things in the beginning of the year, like school year, not beginning of the year, but the beginning of school year, which is around August, September for a lot of us. So after you have that, start your essay. You should start writing your essay, because a lot of them will require a personal, statement and essay sort of thing. So some colleges do let you know in the application what question you're gonna have to answer to. A lot of it has to do with your personal life. It's just a way of them getting to know you more as a person, and the things that you might want to clarify if your grades aren't as great. So that's your chance to really stand out and be different. Just tell your story basically. So you might want to start working on your essay right away, and don't leave it towards the last minute, because it does take a while. You want it to make sure that maybe a teacher reads it and make sure that it's like good, there's no spelling errors or grammar errors. You just want to make sure it's the best that it can be. So the fourth thing that you should consider is start talking to people, get connections, whether it's your teachers or your counselors, or maybe your boss if you're working or you had a part-time job, or even if you volunteer. Make sure you talk to those people, and maybe you could get a letter of recommendation from them, because a lot of schools will require like 3 letters of recommendation, and you don't want to be like, I have no one that could write me a letter of recommendation. So I think my counselor wrote me one, where the teacher where I used to tutor for elementary, I think she wrote me another one. And so that just kind of requires you to go get out there and start doing stuff, so people can know your work ethics and the way you are. So it makes you look good for when you're applying to these schools. They get to know that you're responsible, that you have good skills going on. So basically, yeah, start talking to teachers, start talking to your counselors, and just get an idea of at least 3 people who could write you a letter of recommendation. Also, I'm not sure if it's everywhere else, but I know for sure here in California, we have to have certain community service hours done or something like that. I did them by tutoring at elementary school ahead of time. Like I did a bunch of hours, and so by the time I got to the senior year, I was just like, I already did my hours. I didn't have to worry about that. I know some of my friends had to do it last minute because they had no hours, and I think our school was giving hours after school or something, cleaning or something like that. So make sure, if that's a requirement wherever you are, that you actually start doing those ahead of time. If you can start in your freshman year, it's better to start then. But if you wait until the last minute, don't wait until the last few months. Start doing that ahead of time and just get it done like really fast. So one of the biggest thing of this whole process, I think, is staying organized. You do not want to be just stuffing your papers wherever you put them, and when you need them you don't know where they're at. So I would suggest having a folder all dedicated to important documents in a way, so where you can put all your grades, where you can put your SAT scores, your ACT scores, your letter of recommendations, your essays, everything that you can put all in one folder, so when you do need it you know exactly where it's at, and you're not like freaking out because you can't find your grades or you don't know your GPA or something like that. Like last minute thing kind of get you stressed out. So just make sure you have everything organized in a folder where you know where everything's at. So you could also have in front of the folder important dates. So maybe the binder, the pocket front cover, you could write important dates, the SAT deadlines, the ACT deadlines, your school application deadlines for each one. What else would you need? All those important deadlines. Oh, applying to FAFSA. If you're applying to FAFSA, you also need to meet. You do not want to miss the deadline because then you're screwed basically. So make sure that you have all the important dates listed for the entire year, so that way you know exactly when what is done, and that way you don't miss anything. You don't want to be like, I didn't know it was due that day. So maybe in front of that binder you should write all the important deadlines and prioritize and see what you have to do next. The last thing I do want to also emphasize a little bit more is the ACT and the SAT. So I suggest doing both. I know some of you guys might do really well in the SAT, but other ones might do good in the ACTs. So I would suggest taking both, and just I'm not sure if both are requirements anymore. I don't remember. I think they might be, or it's just a good thing to get both scores. And don't freak out about not doing your best, like getting a low score. I mean, just try your best. Don't stress out about it. I remember thinking that taking the SAT was such a big deal, and I even remember watching that movie. I don't know if you guys saw it. I think it was called SAT, and how the students were like go crazy about trying to go get the answers for the exam, and it's just like, whoa. So don't worry about it, just relax, just make sure you get a good night's sleep, breakfast, and just take the test. So just relax. It won't ruin your life, in case you're like freaking out about that. It won't ruin your life. You're gonna be fine. The worst thing that could happen is you don't get accepted to the school you wanted to go to, and you end up going to community college, which isn't a bad thing. I think if I could go back, I would go to community college first, just because it would be a lot cheaper, and also because I think, I don't know, the classes, you would be able to get more A's in a way, because it's community college. And well, it depends, some courses are hard, but I mean, your general education for the most part, I mean, it's just general education. So I would rather do that in community college, get it done, and then go transfer to a 4-year college. But I didn't do that, and by the time I figured that out, it was just too late. So if that happens, it's not a bad thing. It's nothing to be ashamed of. So I just wanted to tell you guys to relax, and I hope you guys get accepted to the schools you guys apply to. So just comment down below if you're applying to schools this year, or what schools you guys are applying to, because I want to know what schools people are applying to. Like if it's a big thing to go to like UCLA, or if private schools are more of a thing now. I actually applied to most private schools, and only like 3-4 were CSU, like Cal State universities, and the rest were private. I didn't apply to any UCs, and because at that moment my GPA was not a 3.0, I think, or was it a 3.5? I'm not sure. No, I think it was 3.0. My GPA was not a 3.0 by the time I had to apply. So once I graduated, it was. But I was just like, either way, I wasn't interested in going to a UC. So I ended up going to Cal State Northridge, and I actually love that school. It's a beautiful campus, And so this year I'm actually applying to another school, graduate school, which is Biola University, which is a private Christian university, which I'm really hoping I get accepted to again, because I did apply for it when I was a senior and I got accepted, but it was expensive, so I decided not to go, which was really sad for me because I really wanted to go. But next year, hopefully I could go and everything will work out better than I expected. So yeah, I hope this video was a little bit helpful. I mean, I don't know, I didn't go too much into detail, but if you guys would like that, just comment down below if you guys would want me to cover any topic more in detail, more specific. So just comment down below and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.